Hey everyone, welcome, or for the elite few, welcome back to my channel. I am the free-to-play Crusader, but I don't just call myself that because I am a free-to-play Crusader, but actually because I am on a crusade to make this game more accessible and fun for free-to-play and casual players, explaining ways to get the most out of the game and min-max your efforts so that you can be competitive with people who have put money into the game. So if that interests you, please consider subscribing. Now, in my last video, my last real video, my actual previous video was a short, funny remix of a glitch that I was getting. If you haven't seen that one, go check it out after this. I'll link it below. But in my last real video, I gave a tip on ways that you can make some platinum as well as make yourself stronger. If you haven't seen that one, check it out. I'll also link it below. But the strategy that I explained in that video involves having crests, and since I didn't have time to explain how to farm crests in that one, that's what I'll be doing in this one. Plus, I have noticed a lot of new players in the game, which I'm really happy to see, so this is also for those people who may not know all of this stuff yet. So let's get to it. Here are the ways that you can get crests. So there you go. That is all the ways that you can get crests. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace. JK. Here's a crest farming guide. So how to get crests. Every day you can go to the Elder Rift and they will, if you click on it, they'll give you one free rare crest. The other, probably most common way to get crests is from the Hilts trader.
Haha, yes.
Once per month you can get a legendary crest right there, and 2 per day rare crests right there. And then in limited time, occasionally there will be a rare crest in there as well. And if you happen to be an immortal, you will also get a chance to get a rare crest in there and a legendary crest as well. Also, that same limits as the non-immortal ones, monthly for the legendary and daily for the rare crest. And you may notice that I have lots of hilts saved up, and that's mainly because, a lot of people spend them on the rare crests, but for 300 hilts, I just feel like it's too expensive for what you're getting. So I've been not buying those, which saves, that's one of the biggest expenses on hilts that people spend on. So I've been not buying rare crests because I'm waiting for either the price to go down or the value of them to go up. Because right now, they're pretty weak in terms of what you get. I mean, for the most part, you're just getting some runes that you can eventually trade into either Ati runes or Fa runes so that you can craft some gems, but it's nothing that great, and it's definitely not worth 300 hilts for one rare crest. If you think about it, takes a few rare crests to kind of equal maybe one star gem. So I really just don't think it's worth it to buy the rare crests. The next way to get crests is by running Elder Rifts and getting Fading Embers. And if you didn't know, each crest that is added from any person adds another Fading Ember. And there is a weekly limit on Fading Embers you can get yourself, 280, and then Fading Embers that you can get from others going with you. That's your bonus weekly limit there is 120. So you run some Elder Rifts, you get some Fading Embers, go to the Fading Embers and Runes vendor right here, and So while you can turn these into Ati runes, which will make you 1 and 2 star gems that are not sellable, so that, you know, you can use that if you want one of the new 1 or 2 star gems. You can just specifically choose to craft it. But if you want to get a sellable gem, you can turn your Fading Embers into Fa runes, and it costs 22 Fa runes to make an Eternal Legendary Crest. And so that's basically 400 Fading Embers. So then you go to the jeweler, and with those 22 Fa runes, you can now craft an Eternal Legendary Crest, which is going to give you a chance at a 1, 2, or 5 star gem that is sellable. And you can also use Fa runes 7 to make a 1 star, or you can make a 2 star for 28, and those will be sellable. Anything with the Fa runes is sellable. Anything else that you make with the other types of runes, these are not sellable. So if you want to specifically craft a 1 or 2 star of the new gems, you can do that, but you're not going to make as much as you would if you can get a 5 star. So we want to try to get the 5 star. So that's why we're making an Eternal Legendary Crest. And for the same price of 22 Fa runes, you can randomly, it's kind of just like an Eternal Crest, but without doing the actual rift. It'll just randomly make a 1, 2, or 5 star. But doing this means you don't get to pick the special drop rates that give you the better chance of getting the new gems. So what we want to do is, with our Fa runes, take 22 of them and make an Eternal Legendary Crest, which will give you a chance to get a 1, 2, or 5 star legendary gem that is sellable. Now the next way to get crests is at the Crest Merchant. I'll start with the rare crest here. You can buy 3 weekly, and this is a discounted price, they say, but this is even less worth it than spending Hilts on rare crests, so just stay away from that. That's a complete waste. You can once per week buy a legendary crest, and I usually stay away from this because for 1600 platinum you could potentially end up getting a 1 star out of it, which is only going to sell for about half of that, maybe 800, 8 something, at least on my server, but probably somewhere around there for you as well if you're not on my server. But in this case, where there are special drop rates, and I do actually want one of the new 5-star gems, you can buy a legendary crest with 1600 platinum once per week. Then there's the Eternal Legendary Crest that you can buy with orbs. That's basically just spending money on it. Not worth it in my opinion. And then once per week, you can buy an Eternal Legendary Crest by using a voucher that you get from doing a warband raid, which you just run any Reliquary boss with 4 or more members of your warband, and you'll get that voucher to buy this Eternal Legendary Crest. The next way that you can get some crests is just by doing your various Shadows or Immortals activities. Some of them will reward crests, and legendary crests at that. So definitely keep up on your Shadows or Immortals activities. They're pretty quick activities, and you can get a nice legendary crest out of it. Also, from your battle pass, there are a bunch of rare crests in there on the free version. There is also 1 legendary crest in there. Oh, and also one of the first kill of the day rewards is a rare crest. Lastly, there are events that sometimes give out crests, and so right here, legendary crest at the end of this. They also had rare crests in there. So always do your events. As I said in my recent video about how there's some real easy, nice rewards out of the events that are currently going on, and whenever there are events, it's usually real easy activities and some nice rewards. So definitely do your events when they come up. And if there are any other ways to get crests that I'm forgetting, please comment below and let us all know. So, there are all of the ways that you can get crests. If I missed anything, you have questions, video requests, love, hate, whatever, leave a comment. If you enjoyed that, learned something, appreciate the work I put in, or want to support me, use your primary attack on that like button. And if you want to see more Diablo Immortal content explaining how to get the most out of the game, and sometimes short, funny videos or Crusader builds, subscribe. And if you're going to subscribe, you might as well hit that bell, because I don't put videos out very often, at least not at this point, so I'm not going to be blowing up your feed, alright? Just hit that bell so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.